Hi everyone and welcome to First in Cedar Knitting. My name is Megan and I'm coming to you from Cave Springs, Arkansas. And this is a blog where I talk all about my knitting and my crocheting and any other crafty thing that I might be up to. Which for this episode, it's just knitting and crochet. So let's get started. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've had the chance to record an episode. It's been a very busy season for us. I think the last episode I recorded was the beginning of January, and we've just been on the go with school, and my daughter had her birthday, so birthday party, all of that good stuff here at the beginning of February, and just trying to get settled in, you know, after Christmas and after a move. So yeah, just busy. There's been some knitting. There's been some days where there's been no knitting. That's how busy we are. I usually generally carve out a little bit of time every day for some making, but there's been a couple of gaps in the last few days. First, let's talk about what I'm wearing. I am wearing my Soldotna Crop by Caitlin Hunter. Her brand is Boyland Knitworks. And this is meant to be a crop short sleeve. So I did my own sleeve arrangements on this one, figured it out, the decrease rate that I wanted, and did some color work. Doesn't match any of it up here, but did some color work at the sleeve to make them long. They are a bit short. I did not take into account the elbow space on this one, so it's classically about 1.5 to 2 inches short. But I love it. It's made with some yarn that I bought while we were living in Japan. And this is the Okadaya Daily, and it is 100% merino, non-superwash. It does pill quite a bit, as you can see here, but I've gleaned it a couple of times with my gleaner. I've also used a razor to get all of the pills off, and it just keeps coming. And I'm wondering if that's just how the yarn is going to be, if it'll just forever be a very pilly yarn. But it doesn't stop me from wearing it. It definitely looks really nice on the days where I give it a fresh glean. So yeah, that is what I'm wearing. I also want to mention my earrings, which are these let's try and take one off without messing with the headphones. Super beautiful embroidered earrings, very light, that my sister made, and I will put a link to her Instagram handle down below. She makes beautiful embroidery. She makes these in some really cute bolo ties, amongst other things, and you can find her on the socials. Love to share about my sister. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, finished objects, we'll start there. This one wasn't even in existence the last time I recorded. I managed to design it, come up with the idea, and do it all. So I'm very excited. This one, because I've been reading Fourth Wing lately, is the Sorengail scarf or shawl or scarflette. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, but it's got little almost like violet looking flowers, and it's a long skinny little shawl, and this is crochet. Very excited about this. Just a little something extra to put around your neck as you're wearing your coat. I have a black peak coat that I wear, so I think that this color is going to look really cute. The yarn is Explorer Knits and Fibers. This is really old. I think it was one of her Harry Potter series that she did, and it's called Padfoot. She doesn't do the Harry Potter colorway names anymore. All of those have been renamed to other colors, so I have no idea what it's called nowadays, but it's just this beautiful tonal purple. Absolutely love it. And this is 100 grams. The skein had over 100 grams, and basically You start at one end and work your way with the crochet and increase, increase, increase till you come to halfway through your yarn, at which point then you start decreasing. And because you use less yarn on the decreases, if you just go right at 50% of the yarn, you should have a tiny bit left at the end. So this one I am currently writing up. I need to get photos, need to weave in some ends, but this one has been blocked, and I do like the tonal color of this one, and I am going to be working as I write up the pattern some of the trickier parts. I'm gonna do photos. I'm working on a second one in this really pretty tonal pink. The pink yarn I do believe is Blush Fiber Co, and it's one of their like hibiscus colors or something, but it's just a sock weight yarn, and yeah, like I said, it's crochet and it just looks really beautiful and very delicate with the little eyelets there, which I really like. I enjoy making it. Kind of keeps you going because you've got a couple rows with nothing and then you start your little eyelets again. So yeah, the Sorengail Scarflette. And that's all I have for finished objects, and I have been busy lately, and so let's get into my whips. Okay, let's get into it. Works in progress. Did I mention that this was a one skein project? For crochet, that's actually pretty good because it uses a lot more fabric or more yardage than a knit item. So, and it's fairly thick. Moving on. Still in the realm of crochet, I have this work in progress that I've been working on for a while. I don't know if I'd shared it here. It is just a simple little baby blanket. I am probably about 3/4 of the way done. It's not super huge, just a little for babies. And this is a self-drafted pattern, of course, and once I get it done and get pictures taken, it'll also be available for the sample. I am using Knit Picks Brava in sport weight, which makes a beautiful thickness for a baby sweater. I think it's going to end up using 4 skeins. I have 5, and this is 100% acrylic. The color is called Fairy Tale. It's a very pretty maroonish pink. Not magenta, because magenta I think is brighter, but I really like it. It's not wine, it's definitely a pink, but very beautiful. Working on it. Crochet hook I'm using is an H hook, and been enjoying this one. It's 3 different stitches. Each row is a little bit different, which keeps it interesting. And also, since it is an odd number of rows in your repeats, then it is completely reversible. There is no front or back. Because of course, yeah, every 3 rows, then you're doing the opposite side of it ends up being the front. So this one will be, once I get some photos and get it written up, it will also be available. I'm super excited. I asked my mom if she would test crochet this one for me when it comes time. She said yes. So that's always fun, is to have someone you know that also enjoys being creative, helping you out. In my last episode, I probably talked about this one, this project. This was, notice the past tense, supposed to be my Valentine's Day sweater, but I ran out of yarn and I don't have more. Or do I? Do I have a skein? No, I think I'm out. This ended up using a lot more yarn than expected. I think I sized up a little too much. But if you don't remember when I talked about it last time, the really cool thing about this one is that you start, I do believe you can maybe see it, but you start here and you knit your way up to the collar just from the bust line, and then work your way up so that your stitches are facing the right direction for the V's to kind of help out your hearts as you go along, which I thought was very clever and a very cool way of doing it, while also simultaneously having it be a top-down knit, because once you get from here, you work your way up, cast off, pick up your collar and knit it, and then you're going to be working your sleeves and your body down. And so you can try it on once you get to the points to make sure that it is long enough for how you want it to fit, which I just thought was very, very clever way of doing stuff. So I've run out of yarn. I have this much of the purple left, and this is a Michaels Loops and Threads, and it is 55% superwash merino and 45% acrylic. When we got back to the States, I obviously made the rounds to all of the big box yarn shops, and this yarn caught my eye, so I bought some, and then don't have very much left. I do not think I have enough to knit the sleeves. I might start that and see how it goes, see if I can get one done, and then I guess weigh this and use half of it and see how long the sleeves I get. I might just get 3/4 sleeves and that might just be okay. So yeah, and this one, because of the yarn situation, has been put on hold, and this does have dye lots, this yarn, which for most big box stores, their acrylic yarns have dye lots, but they don't really mean anything because they're all the same color. Some don't even have dye lots anymore because they're acrylic and the color just is what it is. But this one with the merino in it, I have noticed that there is a difference in the colors. When I was looking at buying the original 3 or 4 skeins, there was a difference in the lots. I could actually see it in the skein, that each one was a little bit different. So I'm a little bit nervous. I don't have the ball bands anymore, so I don't know what lot I bought, which was probably a mistake. I probably should have kept my ball bands, but I was purging through my stuff and ended up tossing that, so oops. But I have enough to at least, I think, maybe do at least up to here sleeve, which would then make a wearable sweater, which I guess is all I'm looking for. I really liked the purples when I bought them, but then as I've been working with them, I guess my brain's gotten tired of the purples. So not top on my priority list. It might actually end up getting frogged, and I might use the yarn for something different. The big whip that I have been working on that I'm super excited to share is my In My Chiefs Era sweater. I should tell you that today is Tuesday, the 11th, the 10th. I don't know what day it is. The 11th. And the Super Bowl did happen 2 days ago. The Chiefs lost. It happens. But I didn't get this done in time. The reason why is because I picked this up and spent like 2 weeks working on this. Had I spent 2 weeks working on this and gotten this done, it would have been done to wear on Super Bowl day. Did I jinx the Chiefs by not finishing my project? That's a pretty big burden to put on one knitter. Anyway, in love with this one. In My Chiefs Era. I'm more a Swiftie than a Chiefs fan, so it all kind of goes together. Just finished the first sleeve and feeling very excited about this. I'm hoping it grows. It's a superwash yarn, so it probably will, but I'm hoping it grows just a smidge with blocking. I'm hoping it grows sideways and not long. My yoke depth is already much deeper than it needs to be. So we don't need growth this way, we need growth this way, and I need, on the body, I do need some growth this way. So we'll see when I get it wet, set it on the mats and try and get the right shape that I want. But hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll finish my second sleeve and be done with this one. This one I am knitting in yarn. I'm knitting it in yarn. I'm knitting it in Cascade Heritage, which is a sock weight, and I'm holding it double for it. This is all I have left of the cream, which should barely be enough for the cream section of my second sleeve and of the red. This is how much I have left of my first gold skein, and I haven't touched this one. I'm gonna have to touch this one a little bit just to get that little bit of color work at the cuff as I transition into the red. But it shouldn't take too much, so I'll have some of that, pretty much a whole skein of that gold left over, and I'm thinking I'm gonna make some socks. And I'll have red left over, so I might make some chiefy colored socks. But yeah, in love with this one. I've got Fair Isle, and see, these are hearts, and they are top down, and they look different than the other hearts. Arrows, and then in my Chief's era with some hearts to fill in. It says it again on the back. Center of round was there in the center back, so you can kind of see it. But some more arrows and some hearties and some more like Fair Isle-y looking details at the end, cream body, and then transitioning to this again. Super excited about this one. Can't wait to get some photos. And I'm feeling like I should embroider still in my Chief's era, even though they lost. But yeah, happy days. Yeah, those are all my whips. What else do I have to share? Knitting plans. 2025 is off to an interesting start. I've had some inspiration, which has been great. I've enjoyed the knits that I'm working on. I'm looking over at this one again, and I do think it's going to end up in the frog pile. And I can use that light purple yarn to make, I think I'd have enough to make my daughter a sweater, a simple sweater. It got warm for a little bit, and that got me thinking about summer knits. It's February. So I'm thinking of pulling out my Knitting for Olive 100% silk yarn and start working on my blouse. That is a repeat of my white blouse that I have that has the faux button band down the front with some really pretty dainty little buttons. I think I'm going to do that with a little less depth to the armhole, a little less ease, have it come down a little straighter. My body has also changed sizes since I knit my original first white one, and I'm really curious to see how the Knitting for Olive pure silk works. So that might actually be one of my next projects, which is good because once I get going, I'm doing raglans for a little while, and then I'm doing body. And then one thing I did do on this one is I did do some body shaping where I decreased it from the underarm in, and it kind of comes in a little bit, and I'm liking how that looks, so I might try some of that some more on my projects, get it to fit a little better, just because I want my garments to fit well. And I'm starting to realize that maybe some body shaping, bringing it in a little bit after the bust through my waist and opening it back up through the hips or keeping it straight, might be a good fit for me just because of the shape of my body. So excited to kind of be doing some new things, making my garments just that much more perfect. Acquisitions. The only thing I have acquired, I was at Joann's looking for a cupcake stand for my daughter's birthday. Did not find anything, but I did see this. Ooh. Truboo. And the color is what got me. It's 100% rayon from bamboo. So it's very silky. Yeah? Okay, go. All right, guys. I don't remember what I was saying, but I got interrupted. Oh yeah, I bought some of these. I don't know what I'm going to make with them. It's very silky. The strands tend to, sorry, that was probably loud. The strands tend to separate. So I might knit it. Crochet makes it a little bit harder. Nothing popcorny or, you know, where you have several strands because it makes it difficult. But yeah, the color, I really liked it. Thanks for watching. Try my best to come at you every 2 weeks. Sometimes it just doesn't happen, and I'm trying not to stress out about when I don't get a chance to do it quite so often. I really have been, yeah, like I said, I've been enjoying my makes lately. It's been really good. I'm really excited about the Chiefs Taylor Swift Chiefs sweater. I'm gonna wear it. So yeah, I will say the reason I like knitting is being able to do stuff like the Taylor Swift Chief sweater, where it's just like custom, personalized, what I want. Only if you make it yourself can you do that, which is really exciting. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. Like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications if you want to be notified of when I add another video, which at this point has been about once a month, every 5 weeks. I'm hoping to get it down to every 2 weeks. Every week would be great. We'll see how life goes. All right, well, thanks for watching.